In the previous class, we had discussed about key attribute, and we know that key attributes are having a distinct values. Here I have placed a DR diagram of a car here, where you can see the registration or vehicle IDs are key attribute. And I want to show you in database in the table also, which is a key attribute. So for that, I will just go to MySQL. Here you can see this is an employee database. I hope it is visible to you. So I will just zoom that. Yeah, here you see we have mentioned primary key as SSN in employee table. Similarly, for department table, we have specified D number as a primary key and D number as a unique key. These particular fields, what we call it as a key fields. So that field is called as a key field. Now let us discuss about the set of values or domain attributes. So here the values what is stored here, those are called as a set of values or domain. So how to insert the values into the attribute or in the table that we have not discussed, that we will discuss in the future classes as far as the practical is concerned during the practical sessions. Now let us discuss about relationship types, relationship sets, roles and structural constraint. Now let us understand what is a relationship. Whenever an attribute of one entity type refers to the another entity type, some relationship exists. So this is a theoretical concept. I repeat again. Whenever an attribute of entity type refers to another entity type, some relationship exists. Now let us understand practically how this is happening. Now you consider the department number of department table has a relationship between in D number of a department of a employee table, that we are specifying by giving a foreign key to the D number which references to the department number. If you look into this ER diagram, here you can see between employee entity and department entity there is a relationship works for, and that is created using the department number of the department table and D number of the employee table. Similarly, the department table and employee table got one more relationship, that is a managers, that is created between the fields SSN number of the employee, which is a key field, and the MGR SSN of the department table, which is a foreign key field. That relationship is created. I will show you that in the table how this is created. Now let us see. Here we can see that in a department table, so this is a department table, we have a primary key for D number, and for employee table we got a foreign key for D number which is referencing to the department table. Similarly, we got SSN number, a primary key in the employee table, and it has a foreign key of a department table. In this particular construction we cannot see that, but we have altered our table using this command where we write alter table department add foreign key MGR SSN, that we are referencing it to employee table. This we are doing afterwards because the employee table was not created when we had created a department table. So we altered using this command. That means what? From department table, the D number, which is a key field, is linked with the DNO of the employee table using this foreign key. Similarly, the SSN number, which is a key field in the employee table, it's a primary key field, and it is linked with the department tables MGR SSN number, and that we have done using alter table command. So when you do it practically, you will get better idea in this one. But generally what I want to say is, whatever the concept we are learning here theoretically, such as entities, attributes, all these things are the existing things, means practically these we have implemented in database. We can do that. So now we are discussing about the relationship types, and we know that in one definition we have discussed that attribute of one entity type. So that means what? Suppose if you consider the department table, the D number of the department table, it is referred or it is in link with the another entity type, that is employee, where D number is related or referenced, and some relationship exists, that is you can take it as a works for. Similarly between SSN and MGR-SSN, that is manages the department, like that, manages. Okay, here you can see the same concept is given here. The example attribute manager of the department refers to the employee who manages the department, that is the relationship manages, and it is between MGR-SSN of the department table and SSN number of the department table. The attribute controlling dependent of project refers to the department that controls the project, and here the attribute supervisor employee refers to another employee that is within the table, one who supervises these employees, correct? So that is the relationship within the table. We have I want to show you that. Just go to the employee table. Here you see, here we have a foreign key, you can see super SSN number, it is referencing to SSN number. So that is what the concept is given here. Here you can see the attribute supervisor of the employee refers to another employee, so its meaning is like that. So what I am trying to do here is, whatever the practical things it is possible, the same concept we will learn in the theory. So both you have to take it together, these are not separate. So whatever we are discussing here in the theory, the same concepts we are implementing into the practical. So to do that you have to attend the practical sessions. Okay, now let us discuss about relationship types and sets. So to understand that, we specify some, or we use some variables here, and relationship types and relationship sets both we specify as R. R, we take it as a relationship type among n entities types E1, E2, E3 up to En, defines a set of association. So let us go back here. Here you see the capital and small E or even you have to take small E1, E2, E3, these are defining the employee entity. Here it is given as, see here, the relationship types here, relationship type R among n entity types, E1, E2, E3, En, these are different entities. That is, you can take it like this. If you go practically, the employee table is related, employee is an entity, department is an entity, project is an entity, correct? Then depends on is a dependence is an entity, then and so on, correct? These are all different entities and they have an association. They have an association. So how this association is created? By joining these two entities. So how this is done we will discuss in the next topics. Now here these define a set of association and those are called as a relationship sets. So here the relationship sets may be works on, works for, correct? Then works on project, works for project means if certain employee is working on certain project, he will get a relationship as works for, and certain employee is working for a department, he is getting a relationship as works on. So this way you can define the relationship types and relationship, and this particular relationship is among the entities of a different entity types, correct? Now here relationship type and its corresponding relationship sets are customarily referred to the same name, means it is specified by R only. Both relationship type and relationship sets are specified by R. And if you take a mathematical relationship set R, it is a set of relation instance. So one more term is coming here, relationship instance, correct? What do you mean by instance? So this will be very clear when we go with the next diagrams. I will make it very clear. So here each entity will have different domains or a set of values. those we can call it as a instances. So these are mentioned by Ri, means R1, R2, R3, R4, and these each of the each R1 associates n individual entities. So understand this very clearly. We have to go for the next topic. It will be very difficult for you to understand what is the meaning of this. Means what it is saying that between the entities, because two different entities, for example, or if you take example employee and a department, these are two different entities, and each entity or relationship instance means there will be a set of relationship instance between these two entities for 10 different individual entities. So you can consider the employees with the different names and all these are employees are associated either each, that means what, if you consider one employee, he will have a SSN number, correct? Then he belongs to some department, that is called association. I hope it is very clear. One more time I will repeat. Suppose assume that there is an employee SSN number is used for employee identification, correct? And he will be working for some department. So there is a association between the employee table and department table, and for each individual entity or for each employee, that is specified as E1, E2, E3 in small letters. So I will go back and I will tell you this. Yeah, here you can see I got one diagram here. E1, E2, E3 are, this is for employee, and D1, D2, D3 are for department, and the relationships is works for, and R1, R2, R3 are the relationship. You can see E1 is in association with the D1. Similarly, another employee, that is E3, is also associated to D1. This is how we can represent. So that is what is the meaning of this one, correct? So each R of I means R represents a relationship here, small r, whereas capital R represents a relationship type and relationship sets. About those also we are going to discuss in detail. So instances means the each record or each employee E1, E2, E3, these are all instances. D1, D2, D3, these are all instances. They are, each of these instances are in association with each entity. Means here E1 with R1 with a relationship R1 with D1. Similarly, E4 has a relationship with D2 with the, and relationship is specified as R4. Okay, I hope it is clear. So that is what we call it as a relationship types, sets and instances, and these type of questions are mainly asked for 5 marks, or sometimes these are asked as a definitions. Next, the relationship is mathematically relational on E1, E2. So here when we write it in a capital letter, those E are considered as an entity, correct? So that you should be very clear. And when we write the individual entities, it is represented as a E1, E2, means data into that particular entity. This employee table is there, in that one employee information you can consider it as a E1, and that is joined with SSN number or department number of the other table with the department table, correct? And when we join it with the project table, it is joined with the SSN number. Okay, now here if you go with the mathematical relation on E1, E2 and up to En, they can be defined as a subset of Cartesian product, E1 into E2 into E3 into En. So that is quite interesting. Cartesian product means like this, you have the entities in this fashion, correct? And one more here, so each can associate with another one. So that is called as a Cartesian product, means each entity can associate with another. That is called as a Cartesian product. And each of the entity type E1, E2 up to En is said to be participating in relationship type R. Similarly, each of the individual entities E1, E2 up to En said to participate in relationship instant Ri equal to E1, E2, En. So the same thing you can see it here. So if you go by the definition, it is quite difficult to understand. So let us try to get it with one example. If you take this example here, So here we can consider a relationship types works for between two entity types, employee and department, and these two entities are in association with each other, and we know that the employee of a certain department, or we can take it like this: an employee works for some department, if you see this figure, it is illustrating that the relationship instance Ri is shown connected to the employee and department entity that participates in Ri. Means here its meaning is like this: if you consider E2, correct, this employee is in relation with D2, means he is working for D2, and this is showing the relationship exists between the department D2 and employee A2. That is what we call it as a relationship diagram. So this particular relationship, if you see this, it is between two entities. When the relationship is between two entities or two table, that is called as a binary. That is called as what? Binary. Now the same concept what I had told, now we will discuss here. That is when it is called as a degree of relationship. So basically there are two types of degrees. One is binary and another one is ternary. Here when we have a number of participating entity types and which are only two in numbers, then it is called as a binary. So as I mentioned previously, employee is one entity, department is one entity, and there is an association between employee and department, and that is works for, and that is between two tables. So the relationship is called as a binary. The degree of the relationship is binary. The degree of the relationship can be between two entities or maybe more than two entities. Now let us discuss about the next type of relationship degree, that is ternary. So here the degree of 3 is called as a ternary, in which the relationship Ri, if you take, is in association with three entities. Now we'll take one example for this. Okay, I will take this R4. So R4, here you see supplier S2 is in association with R4 and he is working on project J1, and he is also in relationship with P1 of the parts. So if you see the relationship here, the supplier S2 is in relationship with both project 1 entity and part P1. Similarly, if you take this S1 is in relationship with working on project J2, and he is also in relationship with P1. So such a relationship we can call it as a ternary, where more than one relationship or between more than two, the relationship exists between more than two entities. So here you can see it associates three entities: supplier A for supplier, S for supplier, P for part, and J for project. So that is what you can see in the diagram. In an example you can see it. So this is a relationship degree. Now let us discuss about relationship as an attribute. Now let us discuss about relationship as attribute. So when we take a binary relationship type, consider the works for relationship type. So we know that the works for relationship is between the employee and the department. Here we can say that the value of the department for each employee entity is the department entity for which that employee works. That means what? You can take it like this: an employee who is working in a company is associated with certain department, and that creates a works for relationship. And we can also say that value set for this attribute is set of all department entities, which is the department entity set. I repeat again, there may be a confusion here how or to understand. So here relationship can be considered as an attribute. So we can take it in this way, so that when we consider the works for relationship, one can think of an attribute called a department of employee entity type. So one can think of an attribute called department of employee entity type. Means what? What is the meaning of this? That means one has to think about the employee, he belongs to which department. So that means what? The department for which he belongs, which is kept in the separate table in the department table, but he should be referenced to that entity or to that attribute, correct? And that is done by creating a relationship. Here the value of the department for each employee entity is a reference to the department entity for which that employee works. So that is what we call relationship as attribute. Now let us discuss about role name. So here we know that each entity participates in a relationship type. Actually it is playing a particular relationship, so you can specify, or the role name actually specifying what type of role it is creating between two entities or within the entity. Actually the role name, it signifies the role that a participating entity for entity type plays in each relationship instance. Now if you consider this example here, we have taken works for relationship, and here you can see that employee plays the role of, so yeah, it's quite interesting. I want to, so this I will just read it out and then I will explain. Employee plays the role of employee or worker, and department plays the role of department and employer. This is quite interesting, isn't it? What do you mean by that? Employee plays the role of employee or worker, or department plays the role of department or employer. So it means each employee is working for certain department. It specifies that he is working for department, so it's a role of a worker. And the department, it acts like an employer. It provides the employee a certain role, that okay, they are employees belonging to this department, whereas it gives a role of employer to the department. And so how this is specified, that is why we take a D number of a department as a primary key or a key field, so that with that it is specifying the employer role. And employee, there we are taking D number as a foreign key, and it is showing that this employee is working for department, correct? So this role name specifies the type of work or a relationship exists between two entities. Now let us discuss about a recursive relationship. So in some cases what happens is, entity type participates in more than one relationship type of a different roles. In such cases the role name becomes essential for distinguish the meaning of role that participates entity plays. Such relationships are called as a recursive type. Okay, now if I go by this definition, it will be quite confusing. That is, entity type participates in more than one relationship type, correct? In the previous one, in the previous example here, we said that it is specifying each entity will be specified with certain role, and that is defined by the role name. Now here we are saying that it is having a rule, but these rules are not fixed. It will be varying. Means, what is the meaning of that? Such a relationship we call it as a recursive relationship. So what is the meaning? We will try to understand. Now for that we will go with one example. Here you look into this figure. So if you look into this figure, the supervision relationship type relates to an employee to a supervisor, whereas both employee and supervisor entities are members of the same employee sets. Understood? I am damn sure you didn't, right? Because it is not so easy to understand this definition if we are not looking into the practical. Means, if you don't look into the data, it is not easy to understand. Here we have a diagram, right? We have an entity, correct? We have a relationship, and relationship is a supervisor relationship. Now where is the supervisor table? We have not created that, right? So what it is saying, the supervision relationship, it's a relationship that relates to an employee and supervisor. How we have created that? Any idea? No. Correct? To understand that, I want to go with some data. So we have not taken any data. So what I will do is I will show you how we can get the data into the table. Yeah, I hope it is visible to you. I will just zoom it. So I will take only employee data here, not any other data. So I will zoom it, correct? Here you see, when we created the employee table, we had created the relationship between the SSN and super SSN. Correct? Now that is the supervisor relationship. And this MGR SSN and SSN, that is a manager relationship. Here you can see, so you just go through the data. So if you consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that is a employee number, that is a John Smith. Okay, he has a supervisor 333445555. In this data we have not inserted into the table, so that is why I will give you this data also. This you have to insert into the table when you create a tables. How to insert and all command I will give. That means what? For John Smith, Franklin Wang is a supervisor. Correct? So here you see, now John Smith is a employee and Franklin Wang is an employer. That is the supervisor relationship. Now if you take 3333345, who is the supervisor for him? Yeah, here you see, he is supervisor for another 2 employees. Correct? Actually, for Franklin, he is supervisor for another 2 employees. Correct? Now for Franklin, this number, this 888665555, which is this number, yeah, here. James Borg is a supervisor. For him there is no supervisor, null. Correct? Means he is a head. Under him Franklin Wang, means under Franklin Wang is supervised by James Wang, and Franklin Wang supervises John Smith. So if you look into this, so here the supervisors or supervision has a different relationship. Correct? So here you see in the diagram it is specified as 1 and 2. So here what it is saying is, the employee entity type participates twice in the supervision. Here it is separated by 1 and 2. Correct? What is that? I will come to that later. Once the role of the supervisor or a boss, and once the role of the supervisor as a subordinate. That means it is quite possible that employee will be, it is like this. For example, if you take my example as a HOD, correct? I am as a supervisor to the other staff members, and I am under the supervision of principal. That example you can take. So I am also employee, correct? So here each relationship is given as a RI, and in supervision associates. So here, to understand this, how this diagram, just go through this diagram. You see E1, correct, is in relationship 2, correct, and he is also in relationship E5. Here the number is 2 and here the number is 1. Can you see this here? Now how this is figured out, you see in figure 7.11, this is 7.11 figure. The lines marked 1 represents a supervisor role. Means E1, the employee 1 is a supervisor to employee 5. Correct? Yes or no? Getting what I am saying? 1 represents supervisor and 2 represents supervisor, and those marked 2 represents a supervisory role. Marked 2 will be having a, this is supervisory role. I just made a mistake here. E1 is a E5 is a supervisor for E1, correct, and E1 is a supervisor for E2. E1 is a supervisor for E2. I repeat again, E1 is a E5 is a supervisor for E1, and E1 is a supervisor for E2. I will try to get this in this example what I have given. I will just check it whether it's similar or what. Just a minute, give me some time here. I want to check this same data we are having, so maybe comparing. Let me check it once. Give me 2 minutes for that. Okay. No, this data is not matching with this example. So here it is very simple. The employees are having both the supervisor and supervisee roles, and this particular roles relationship is called as a recursive relationship.